What's up, James?
Hello.
Back again, man. Exciting news. I'm excited to talk to you, bro. It's been an exciting weekend, to say the least, right?
Indeed.
All right. So I obviously everyone knows what we're here for. This is going to be the Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler discussion. So obviously it just came out last week on Thursday. I was lucky enough to see it on Thursday at 3:00. So I was one of the first few people in the States to see it, which was exciting to be a part of. Super exciting. James, I think you saw it on Sunday, right?
Indeed.
Okay, cool. So overall, give me like your really quick synopsis of what you thought about it.
This was the most difficult time I've had buying tickets since the pandemic. Not gonna hold you. Theater was packed. Haven't seen that in a while either. Packed in like sardines. Movie was cool. Cool movie. Good, not great, but yeah, I enjoyed myself for the most part. Really fun moments. Had some emotional moments in there. Yeah, for the most part, just overall good film. Oh, raise it high. There you go.
Out of 10.
I don't fucking know. I'm terrible at doing it. I'll give it a solid B plus.
B plus. Okay, cool. That's kind of where I was at too. I was at the B plus A minus range. I wasn't really sure where to throw it at, so I would go probably in that same area too.
Yeah, I like letters, not numbers. So
that makes sense. I did really want to talk about how exciting it was. I mean, we probably haven't had this much excitement for a movie probably since like Endgame. So it's Endgame or Infinity War. Pick whichever one.
And I wasn't sure if if this was pre-pandemic, I would have been, oh yeah, it's gonna be the next biggest thing since like Infinity War, Endgame. Like going into it, I didn't think that because of just the pandemic numbers of this year and last year have been not the best. There have been some decent movies, but not to the financial extent as Disney's used to. Usually they're used to the other movies are making $1 billion pre-pandemic, almost every time. This time around, they did well, but not that well. So yeah, I didn't really I didn't anticipate this movie to be as big as it was. And it's a pleasant surprise, pretty good getting back to the theater, getting back to what I love, watch movies in the theater. I think that's something we both love to do. But yeah, pretty much my thoughts. You are muted, my friend.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
I would have to say that Spider-Man No Way Home, obviously it's the best out of the three Tom Holland movies. I think that's pretty easy to say. Second, I would say that Kevin Feige is a god. He actually pulled it off again. I don't know how he keeps doing this without many hiccups, and it's pretty impressive and admirable to just to see and witness. So obviously that's cool again. And the third thing I would say is I'm so happy that Andrew Garfield is finally getting the respect and the credit that he deserves. It's kind of I don't want to say overwhelming. I'm whelmed, I'm happy about it. It just he got a lot of shit for he got a lot of shit for no reason at all. Things that weren't really his fault. He himself did great for what he was working with. The script wasn't that good. The story wasn't that good, but himself and I'm sorry, I can't, Emma, what's her name? Last name? Emma, Gwen Stacy, Emma
Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah. Him and Emma Stone carried those two movies through everything. Their performances alone were incredible, So I'm super happy to see that people on Twitter and even in in the articles that he's getting the credit that he deserves, because like I said, he deserves it. He's a really good Spider-Man and a really good Peter Parker, and I don't know, it's nice, man. It's just finally, being a long time Andrew fan, I'm just finally, dude.
But I feel like it was never people didn't like him. It was that those movies weren't the best. I don't think I've ever seen anyone be like, oh yeah, Andrew sucks. But I've
Yeah,
seen people be like, "Yo, those movies are garbage," because like, I mean, they weren't the best. They weren't
I
the
mean,
best.
yeah, I do feel you. Like, I do kind of agree with you, but because his movies were so trash, people were like discounting him altogether. Like, not saying that he's
Uh,
bad, but they were just discounting him or not discrediting him.
I
Just
don't
like,
think they were discounting him. I think they're discounting his movies. Is what's happening. And I think that's two different things.
yes, yes, but also I think that like you can throw those together too. People are like, yeah, but his movies are trash. It's between Tom Holland and Toby. Like
I mean,
that's
you
where
could
the
be the
argument
best
was.
player on the court, but if your team is trash, you ain't winning no rings, though. It just is what it is. Yeah. Like we can acknowledge that you are a good player, but your team and your system is garbage. You ain't never winning no rings, G.
LeBron.
I don't. What is that?
LeBron won a ring. Oh well, actually no, he didn't. He went to the finals, but he didn't lose. All right, whatever. Anyway, that's besides the point.
See, point proven.
That's
You
besides the
just
point.
proved it for me.
But yeah. Anyways, going back to No Way Home. Not only did they pull off having all three Spider-Man on screen at the same time, they pulled off all of those villains, and it wasn't super like clunky. And I mean, it did feel like overstuffed a little bit at times, but for the most part, they pulled it off pretty well. And having let's see, they had Doc Ock, they had Green Goblin, they had Sandman, they had Lizard, and they had Electro.
I
And am I
mean,
missing
did they
anyone?
really have Lizard though, or Sandman?
I mean, they were on the
They
bench.
told them, "Hey,
Like,
sit
they
in the
were
back,
there.
bro. The smart people are going to go be smart." You
They
know what's
were on the
crazy?
B team.
Lizard's
Okay,
a scientist too. The Lizard's literally a scientist, and they were just like, "Hey, bro, sit your ass in the truck."
That's true. But he was
Your
like a
ass
full
in the
grown ass
truck.
lizard. What do you how do you explain bringing that inside of a condominium?
Hey, bro, you a scientist? Science some shit up. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
They did sign some shit up. All right, they figured it
I mean,
out.
they did, but like, they really just had him just be there for what? For what?
Oh, okay, you're right. He was on the B team. Him and Sandman were kind of on the B team. They didn't really do much, but for what they had, like it was pretty impressive the way that they pulled it off. Like you had Electro, you had Doc Ock, and you had Green Goblin all working together, trying to make a cure. Although I do want to talk about that. How do you feel about curing like inmates or bad people? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that whole like curing
I mean,
type thing?
technically, the prison system is meant for rehabilitation. So, like,
Rehabilitation is different than curing. Like they were, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's the same thing. Trying to cure them of their bad deeds, nigga. Hey, bro, stop being bad. All right, man, I got you.
You know,
It's like
but
getting
like
whoopings when you little, bro. Yeah, I
so
mean, they gave you the
that's
whoopings to
different. That's
teach you.
different. No,
No, it's
I'm
not,
not
dude.
injecting you with shit just to cure you. You know that like that could be taken out of
What they
context,
inject?
taken the
I
wrong
guess
way.
they did inject some niggas. But like, I mean,
Like,
so
let me
it
make you
is
more
new.
obedient. Let me inject you with some shit. Like how far are you gonna go
I
with
don't
that?
think they made anyone more obedient. They made
No,
Doc
no,
Ock
I'm just
less
I'm just saying,
crazy.
like, how far are you gonna go with curing people?
I mean, you talked to the wrong person about that. I'm 100% the ends always justify the means. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. That's me. I'm an Aaron Yeager. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You know this.
All right. Anyway, but yeah, overall, I'd probably give this movie like out of numbers. Like I know we talked about an A minus, B plus. Out of numbers, I'd probably go with probably like an 8 out of 10, bro. Like that 8.5, like out of 10. Like that shit was super solid. Like they did an incredible job. Like I don't know how they could have done it better, other than at times it did get. I'm sorry, excuse me. At times it did get a little bit slow because they were just like people talking in rooms. But then you also have to think about like they shot this during COVID, so there was only like so much they could have done. For example, when like the Spider-Man are kind of talking to each other, like you can tell like Toby and Andrew were next to each other talking and doing what they had to do, but it doesn't look like Tom Holland was a part of that conversation at one point. It looked like he had filmed somewhere separately. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like other than like those few moments where like they were just two people in a room talking, I thought they did an incredible job. I don't know what else they could have done better.
Honestly, I think I preferred the talking scenes more. I liked.
Those were my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm
Damn,
just saying, like,
I was gonna say something. I forgot. That's crazy. It was like a criticism that I was just ready to throw out there, and I just forgot. That's crazy. What were we talking about before? I don't know. What was it? No, this is gonna piss me off. Oh man, what was I thinking of, bro? What was I thinking? Oh damn, this man disappeared. Where did he just go? He's left, and he back. What you doing? That's crazy. This man blacked out here. Well, this is a spoiler review, so like I'm about to just start talking. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what this man is doing. Bet. So how the hell Electro coming to the world if like Peter was like the spell got messed up because everyone who knew Peter Parker was coming in to like the main universe, but like Electro never knew Peter. Like that made no type of sense. Doc Ock was cool. It was cool seeing him and it was what am I trying to say? His interaction with Spider-Man was dope. All like his interaction with Tom Holland, like the bridge fight scene was pretty cool. It was pretty dope seeing his like the arms battles, bro. They literally had an arm battle. Like they had, I'm gonna use my octopus arms and I'm gonna use my like iron spider arms. Like we're just gonna fight. Like that was cool. I like that a lot.
You're talking about the bridge fight. I'm sorry. Yeah. I had some technical difficulties. I had to come back in here. Sorry. But on the bridge fight, when Doc Ock like throws Spider-Man and Spider-Man comes out, he brings his arms out, and one of the best lines in the film is just like, "Oh, looks like we got some competition." I did want to mention that Alfred Molina probably is like I don't know how he did it, but I just watched Spider-Man 2 like last week. He seamlessly stepped right back into that role. Like it was. I
feel like all of the people who came from a different universe, I feel like all was just like that. Like nothing even happened.
I would have to agree. Like him and Willem Dafoe especially. I'm so glad that they let him take the mask off because the way you were able to see his facial expressions, like this man is good at what he does. You know, like he knows what he's doing when it comes to acting, and I'm so glad that we got to see that because it was. I don't want to say like it was Oscar worthy or whatever, but like it was like such a good performance for where you can see like the transition between, Osborn to Green Goblin, so like it was just impressive to see and it was noteworthy.
I got you. The scene or like Ned, how did you feel about Ned being a wizard?
In the context, I thought like it was like watching the movie. I thought like I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Like a lot of things are happening right now. Okay, cool. But the more I kept thinking about it, the more I was like, all right, that just doesn't make any sense. He was just like, all right, I could just put these bitches on command, just yeah. But I guess they did their best to make it work because one, he did have trouble closing it, so they showed that he's not, like doesn't have all those powers. Doctor Strange acknowledged it, so like. It worked for what it was, but I mean, I don't necessarily think he should have wizard powers. But like, it's MCU, so like for the most part, I'm like, whatever goes. I'm like, all right, bet.
It 100% works for me. Like I seen people had issues with it. I had zero issue with it. Like none at all. Like I saw people saying like how did this kid like, how was he so easily able to like open these portals when Doctor Strange struggled? Doctor Strange was never like he had to study to get good at magic. There's like practicing to be good, and then there's people who are just naturally talented. Like, and Ned said from the beginning, like, "Yo, got magic in my family. What you know? Anything Doctor Strange like? Oh, it's just in his blood. G. I'm rocking with it. I don't know. For me, I'm rocking with it.
So that's why like I said, I was like. Like it kind of works. Like it's I'm not mad at it, but like I did question it. Like, all right, so now he's a fucking wizard too. Like, what the hell? But the way that they played it off, it worked pretty well for the way that they did it. So like I'm not mad. I have no like qualms about it. It's it's whatever. Ned's a wizard now, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, but that's pretty cool. I did like that.
He was way less annoying second half of the movie.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
hate Ned, bro. I cannot stand Ned, bro.
I thought about you because when he was in the interrogation room and he was like giving away all the like,
it's just like shut your ass up.
I knew you were gonna say that, bro.
Sometimes you just shut up. Like you don't need to talk all the time. Just shut up, man. So stupid, bro.
Yeah, he was really. He's not the friend you want to get locked up with.
Not at all, bro.
No.
He don't want to do nothing illegal with Ned, bro. He just dumb, bro. Dumb. I hate Ned, except for the second half. He grew on me. He knew it was serious time. You know what I mean? People down there. I can't just be talking and doing dumb stuff. You know what I mean? I gotta. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still not sold on Ned. He is what he is, but like I'm still not sold on him. But whatever. He is kind of annoying, so like it is what it is. If he has wizard powers, I guess it works. Like that's cool with me now. I did want to real quick, if we can fast forward a little bit to the ending. I did want to talk about how I don't want to say how much joy the ending brought me, but having Peter back, like as a poor kid living with no money, no one knows him, like he has to make his way, he's going to be struggling. Like this is the Peter I've been waiting to have in the MCU, and we have him now. And I think they did a great job. Like looking back on it, I know we were mad at before, he was like Tony Stark Jr. We had our second thoughts about it. We had our little arguments or whatever. But the way that he was able to have all of those adventures and then quickly just nip that in the butt and go back to being, college broke, Peter Parker struggling to be Spider-Man at the same time. I think that they like Feige fucking did it again, bro. I don't know how he keeps doing this, but he just has a mind and he was able to do all this Avenger shit and then easily wipe it away and just go right back to being the Peter Parker that a lot of people wanted. Like people like the MCU Peter Parker, Tony Stark Jr., but the purists also wanted, the broke Peter Parker struggling college student type. And we're getting both. So hats off to Feige again, because like he's really giving all of his fans everything that they want in due time. It takes a little bit, but he's giving you what you want. And that's, again, that's admirable, especially me being like a big DC fan. Like it's admirable to have that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit annoyed the hell out of me, bro. You telling me you got these 3 films, like, yeah, cool arc with all, but like, I'm supposed to feel for this trust fund kid who broke now. I don't care, bro. You come for money, my guy. Should have just made him broke from the beginning.
He's not a trust fund kid.
Bro, buddy literally met Tony Stark and was set the whole time. He's like, oh, bet Mr. Stark. Yeah, give me my
How does that make him a trust fund kid?
Bro,
because
he was broke his whole life,
had like 3 years of money, and then like it went away what?
Yes. What was Falcon's 3 years of money? Huh? What was Bucky 3 years of money? Man was out here just killing people because he was brainwashed. Like, oh, get out of here, bro. I ain't trying to hit none of that, bro. That shit was so annoying.
You're annoying as hell.
And
dude.
I was like, now they're gonna give
money.
us the one that we wanted forever. And okay, y'all just now like, oh damn, people really didn't really vibe with this all the way. Let's have our cake and eat it too. Like, no, bro. Either one or the other. One or the other.
We can have our cake and eat it too. And Kevin Feige did a great job of making that happen. So
did he
he
just give us a lot of fan service with a bunch of
fluff?
He
gave us hella fan service, and then he gave us the ending.
If you take out all of the fan service out of this movie, what do you have left? Just the alright movie, G.
What does that have to do with what I just said at the end?
Because you're saying he pulled it off seamlessly and he gave us everything we wanted. But like,
no. That's not my whole point of this. The whole thing I brought this up is that I get to have Peter Parker at the end being a broke college student, which is what I wanted. Like we had specifically talked about how we weren't huge fans of Tony Stark Jr. So we would prefer the broke college student Peter Parker, and that's what we got. Yeah, like I was able to have my cake and eat it too.
I'm like, on that. The whole ending was cool, but I'm just like, oh, now you give it to me. Now all right.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't like hand-me-downs, bro. I don't like second
thought. How is it a hand-me-down?
This old time second thought hand-me-down. Oh, we sorry. Like, all right, bro, whatever. Move around.
How is it? That doesn't even make any sense. How is that a hand-me-down?
It is, bro, because they gave us this one thing, and then it was like, oh, they want this. I guess we'll give it to them, too. It's like, all right, whatever, bro.
You're lame. You're so lame. I thought you were going to be happy about that.
Yeah,
I can't believe you.
I like the suit. Suit was cool. It had Spider-Man PS4 vibes to it. You know what I mean? Like the way it looked. Like it's the OG suit, but like it looked video gamey. And like some people will say that as a negative. I'm saying that shit is positive. Video games fire. Fuck y'all niggas who say that shit negatively.
We didn't get a good look at the suit. So that there's a gripe in itself. It was just like dark and there was a lot of motion, and you couldn't really like they didn't have like an ending shot of him in the suit, did they?
Mm.
No, I don't believe so. I mean, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. I could be wrong, but I didn't really get a good look at the suit. The only thing I really remember from the final suit is that it was super bright blue. That was about it.
Yeah,
I don't.
it was
really,
like the OG cartoon comic suit, basically.
Yeah.
It just looked like super like animated. Like it looked like a video game, dude.
Yeah,
to me at least.
Really did. Now I don't know if I'll like it. I have no idea because I didn't really get a good look. I didn't even see like the full front of what it looks like. No, it's hard to see it. So I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
I thought it was fire. I liked it. I liked the video gamey feel to it. You know what else reminded me a lot of like just the aesthetic of the scene is like the PS5 / Miles Morales game. When I think it was after Aunt May died and he was up on the little thing crying or whatever. And like it was like the night city and like the big screen with J. Jonah Jameson on it. I was like, that's a nice shot. Looks super video gamey, but I'm with it.
When I'm sorry. So when May died and what was it?
He was like on top of a building crying, watching the news or whatever.
Yeah.
Was ripping him apart or whatever. Yeah.
There was probably 4 or 5 really, really good shots in this film, and I was not surprised to see him, but like it was like I noticed them. I was like, oh, that's like I didn't get those in the first 2, you know, like maybe I had like 1 or 2, but there was like 4 or 5 in here. I was like, that's a really nice shot. Like there was one of him swinging. There was just like the one of the Spider-Man like on the like they were waiting for him on top. You know what I'm saying? Like it was dark and the moon was right there. You know, they were on the little building. You know what I'm saying? Like those are just 2 shots off the top of my head, but there was like 4 or 5 where I was like impressed. I was like, they did like they took time.
You know what I really thought was hilarious and like awesome when Toby and Tom were like talking about like their great adventures and like fighting aliens, and then Andrew was just like, "Oh, I feel lame," and then he was like, "No, you're amazing. You're amazing." Like kind of like boosting him up because he's always like he's like the forgotten. He's like he's literally the middle child.
The middle child, right?
The middle child, bro.
He's the middle child, and he's
so like he's like trying to make him feel better. Like I was like, this is some super meta funny shit right here. This is awesome.
Now, I like that you said that because that's what. So one of the moments I was talking about earlier are like just when people were just talking in a room. But I also mentioned that those are probably some of my favorite parts of the film, just because of the banter between the Spider-Men. For example, they did the thing, bro. They did what I wanted them to do. They talked about his fucking webbing in his wrist, like they did the thing, bro. I was like, they're gonna.
When Garfield, like when they moved on from that, but he was still just like looking to discuss that shit. Hysterical, bro. Like he just stayed on that. That nigga could act, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That's like I probably wasn't even in the script. He just did it. I'm like, man, fire.
Right,
bro.
right. Like fire. Andrew, I'm so glad he's getting the credit that he deserves, man. It's like on Twitter, he's getting all the love. And not saying that people didn't love him, but he didn't get, like you said, he's the middle child. He's a little bit forgotten sometimes, you know. But yeah, the banter between themselves, just like the talking, but like when they're talking about how, you know, Toby's webs come out of his wrist, and do they come out anywhere else? Like you were mentioning that, like, you know, he is amazing, you know, talking about their fights. All that little conversation was probably my favorite part. Like, yeah, all the cool shit, the Doctor Strange fight, the Strange fight was cool, all the other stuff, but just the banter between each other, the Spider-Man, like they worked really well together, like surprisingly. Mm-hmm. So Toby did look old though.
I mean, he is old. Yeah, he is old. But I liked how see, Jesus Christ, this might be dementia. I keep forgetting. I literally knew what I was gonna say, and
this might be
forgot
dementia.
What I was gonna say. What were we talking about? We were talking about the Spider-Mans. Oh yeah. I've seen like, I think this is a dumb criticism. I saw some people like nitpick about how like they didn't like, or they felt it was weird that Tom was leading the group, but like, literally the only one who's been on a team. What are we talking about?
They talked about that, and they said,
I know, and they even said it in the movie. I was like,
I don't know how to work together.
Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? But
yeah. I do understand like others' arguments on that, but you know, like you said, like he's literally the only one that's been on a team. They talked about that too. So like, I don't know what else, you know, you want for them to say, you know. You could say like Toby's the oldest and has more experience, and you know Andrew has experience and this and that. But like you said, and Tom's been the one that's on the team. So, and it's his universe too, like, like if I'm in another person's universe battling, like I'm be like, yo, so what are the ground rules? Like house rules, what are the house rules?
House rules.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this movie was great, dude. I did want to talk about the implications of Aunt May dying.
Yeah, she got smacked, bro. That was disrespectful. He really did. And like the way she bounced was this goes so fucked up. The way she like bounced off the glider was semi funny, bro. Like I was in the theater.
That's bogus. That's bogus. You don't gotta say it like that.
She bounced off like that, bro. They didn't have to film it that way, bro. Oh man, that was it gave me a chuckle. But the cops really pulled up on Peter and started blasting at him. I'm like, what are we doing, Jay? Can you relax on my butt? He's just trying to be a hero. Okay, he trying to save y'all.
He's just trying to be a hero. He really is, and he just kept fucking up though. But
did he keep fucking up, or was just bad things happening?
He kept fucking up at the beginning.
What? Like what? What do you do?
You fucked up the whole spell, my boy. Fuck is you talking about?
I mean, but like that's Pete. That's what Peter is. He just do that. He just be talking. I'm gonna tell you.
That doesn't mean it's not fuck. Just because you do it all the time doesn't mean you don't do it.
I mean, are you mad at a crackhead for smoking crack? Is that what? Are we mad at crackheads for smoking crack? I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do.
That's not bro.
That's what they do, bro. I mean, Peter talked. He talked when he's nervous. It's strange. You should have known it, bro. I'm not saying it's your fault.
I understand, but that doesn't mean he didn't fuck up.
I mean, this is what he has to, bro.
He's responsible for the fuck up. Like he fucked up. Like just because he does it, he fucks up all the time, doesn't mean that he's not fucking up.
I'm saying he fuck up all the time. He just talked, bro. But he was just talking, bro. He was just talking. It's a weak spell. I'm gonna tell you. Should have picked a better spell. Mm-hmm.
I don't need stop being an apologist. All right, I'm gonna need you to chill.
Yeah, I'm just looking at things the way they are, bro. This is his character. I can't be mad at his character for being his character, bro. If I let my crackhead cousin come in my house and he robbed me, I ain't mad. That's my dumbass fault. Why I let the crackhead in the house? Gee, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't have any crackheaded cousins. I'm just using an example, just FYI.
Are you sure you're not the crackhead cousin? Because you're making some dumbass decisions right now. And
this man mad because I'm thinking logically. I mean, just think,
bro. Like if you're a serial murderer, you're still gonna go to jail because you murdered somebody. Just because you do it all the time.
Are we really gonna sit here and act like the American justice system is the best, bro?
Just because you do a crime all the time doesn't mean you're not guilty of the fact.
I mean, but how could you be mad? I'm not saying anything about guilt. I mean, I'm talking about how you gonna be mad at Buddy. I ain't gonna be mad at Buddy.
Because he keep fucking up.
It's what he a fuck up. Duh. It's what he do.
Don't be a fuck up. You can change your behavior.
All right, go see a fiend and tell them to change their behavior and see how well that Reaganomics ideology works, man.
That I'm not talking about someone who's addicted. Addiction is a disease. I'm not talking about someone who has a disease. I'm talking about Peter fucking Parker who could just shut his fucking mouth when someone told him to shut up.
Nervous talking could be considered, if they can consider being.
I told you to be quiet because I'll do the spell. Then shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
But nah, because now you're gonna make my mama forget about who I am. Now you're gonna make Ned, even though he annoying. I just got in good with MJ. Y'all, man, I'm trying to see what that leads to.
Me, and I said, okay. Now listen to what I have to do because I'm the magic man. All right,
that's cool. And then you say you doing it. All right, but this is what I need. I need this, and this.
James,
can you do
James,
it?
Stop.
I did what? What's going on with the spell?
It's his fault.
Why the room break up? What's all that purple stuff?
Fault.
Is that a lizard man? Crazy.
I kicked James off. He's no longer a part of this stream. Doesn't listen to reason. We'll have hero talk.
This man thought shit was sweet. Fuck out of here, nigga. That goofy shit, bro.
I will revoke your admin. I will revoke your admin.
That's cool with me, I mean. I'm tired anyway. I can go to sleep.
Anyway, Spider-Man, Peter Parker fucked up.
Oh my God.
It'd be like that. James got
Thank
Okay.
you, bro. You just mad? Gee,
You're,
people be doing
Steve,
stuff.
you're
Bro. I
just
don't know
you're
what to say.
agreeing with him because you're a fuck up. Okay, now stop. All right, now stop.
That's crazy.
I'm
Now
just
he coming
kidding.
at his friends. Gee,
I'm just mad
that's
because
crazy.
y'all bullying me. All right, I have to bully you guys back. All right.
This man said we bullied him. He just said I had a point. Talking about
You're
we
ganging
bullied
up
him.
on me. All
That's
right.
crazy,
Ganging up on
bro.
me.
Crazy, bro. That's nuts.
Anyway, it's Spider-Man's fault. He fucked up the whole shit, but he took responsibility at the end because he understood that he fucked up.
Mm. Yo, everyone knowing who you is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. I am using logic. I just use logic. Y'all not being logical.
I feel like I'm the most logical person I know.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know about that.
That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, implications. Implications. All right, cool. So let's.
Oh yeah,
let's
she got
just fast
smacked by the
forward.
glider.
Let's fast forward. Okay.
Boop.
Bebop, bebop. So everything happens at the beginning. So wait, time out. We completely forgot a big part of this, even though it was a small part. A big small part was Daredevil showing up, Matt Murdock.
Yeah, time out. Do you think that they I mean, they probably did, but like we got Daredevil and Kingpin in the same week. Do you think how far ahead do you think that they had to plan that?
Not that far.
Not that far? You just think they threw it in? I got you.
Not that far.
Do you think they did that on purpose? Or is that kind of a coincidence that happened?
I think they did it on purpose. That they're both good. It really depends on how far they had this Hawkeye. Well, the Hawkeye's been out for a while, so the idea it could have been more. I honestly think they threw both of these in there, not last minute, but like closer to last minute. Like they didn't have a plan for a while. They're like, oh, we can use these now. I feel like that's what Kevin Feige's doing. He's just making shit up as he goes and just planning it out. Like he's planned out so much already that now he has his timeline like pretty much established, like his actual timeline, like the paper timeline, like the big, massive, sacred Bible timeline that he has up there, that he could just kind of plug and play.
I feel like this is going to get messy eventually because it's already starting to get messy. This is kind of a tangent because this is not really about Spider-Man. It's kind of just about the MCU as a whole. Mm-hmm. Did you watch What If at all?
I've seen more than a few episodes.
All right. So, like, going off of that, they're definitely using that to cherry pick ideas, or not even cherry pick ideas, because technically that is canon, like the universe. They're using that as like how they used to use like comics and games as like a backdoor to see if things work or not. Mm-hmm. They kind of did that with that, and between Loki, between What If and like the main MCU, the rules are getting kind of muddy and kind of sloppy. And I'm wondering how long can Feige hold this up without it like starting to crumble logically, like the rules wise?
I think well, go ahead.
Because like with the Infinity Stones, like comic wise and like how we originally understood them wise, they're only supposed to be able to work in their particular timeline and or universe. But like in Loki, that's semi-different, and in What If, that is extremely different. That is not what's happening. So, like, yeah, that's kind of tied into like the multiverse thing. Like, how long can we do this until shit starts to not make sense?
I would say they have about. Well, you have to think that Secret Wars is coming. And I think Secret Wars will help eliminate a lot of those problems. So if that's on the table, then I think that it really depends on where Secret Wars is going to be. So for example, I can see the MCU going on for another 5 to 10 years, and still being a little bit muddy, but not terrible. And then having Secret Wars, and then it gets a lot more cleaner after Secret Wars. And then it's like a reset almost.
Yo, this shit is legitimate comics, bro.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Legitimate comics. They're like, yo, we're going to make new ideas. Oh, it's getting sloppy. What do we do? Merge the universe. reset everything. We start back over.
So I think we have, what phase are we in right now?
4.
So I think we have 4, 5, and maybe 6, and then we have Secret Wars, and then I think things get like reset or cleaned up at that point, and then Young Avengers or whatever is going on at that point, or maybe Young Avengers is already old at that point, and then they're the new Avengers. So
the young old Avengers. Okay. All
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So like I really don't think it's going to get too messy. I think Secret Wars is going to clean some things up, and then after Secret Wars, I don't know what's going to happen. I think there's a possibility of Kevin Feige leaving the MCU. Because what else? If he does Secret Wars, what else is there for him to do? Maybe he does go jump ship to DC. Maybe he goes to just a different department and goes to Star Wars. Like.
I would retire. Like, I'm a legend in the game.
He is.
Resignation. Fuck you talking about?
But he's so
respect
young.
me in film history, nigga.
But he's so young. So I think he won't retire. How old is Kevin Feige? Let's see.
Man, been doing it since like X2. He been out in these streets, bro. He been out here doing it forever, bro.
Kevin Feige's only 48 years old, dude. So he's got another 20 years. So let's say 10 years of MCU.
Yeah, when you said move to the different department, all right, bet I do see that. I meant retire as in like film wise, bro. He maybe he'll stop fucking with that and like, yo, I'm gonna run like he'll be next to Bob Iger or something like that.
Well, like Alan Horn is the or he was. I think he just retired again. He's like the I can't think of the word. He's like the one who okays all the film pitches and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Maybe he could take over that job. So yeah, I think he's got at least 10 years to do like Secret Wars, and then if he pulls off Secret Wars, then I think there's really no other like need for him to stick around. So
let's jump back to Spider-Man. So like another thing that's kind of just left open in it. How did this spell work? Like, does Peter still have like a social? Because like there still should be pictures of him being in school with like Ned and them. Like they should have an idea. Like, oh, that was kid from fucking science class. You know what I mean? People just don't know he's Spider-Man anymore.
From existence, like he doesn't exist.
So man, hey, all right, bet how he get an apartment without social? What his idea?
That's the small issue that creates.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
Is that like he has to get it? Like I don't know if you noticed, but when he's like in his apartment, there's a box, and it has like the study guide to the GED. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you see that there, and the first thought that popped in my head, I was like, "Oh yeah, because he can't go to school because he doesn't exist." How does he take the test? Like,
you need like an ID, bro.
Like so. There are some like closed loops. What is that? Loopholes.
Loose ends.
There we go. There are some loose ends there that need to be cleaned up a little bit, but I think it'll work its way out a little bit. But I'm so glad that he is like the old Peter Parker, like the broke college boy. Like I love that though.
I ain't gonna hold you. I admire him being still a good person because, like, if I had money and then I'm broke and I'm the only one left, I'm committing crimes. I'm beating criminals up for money. Hey, bro, I just saved you. Where my money at? Okay? I need to pay rent. Okay, I got arrested. I will literally say people like, yo, I got arrested. I got erased from existence. I need money.
I need money. You're stupid. Oh, damn. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Damn, I lost it. It's gone. Like but Spider-Man being completely gone from existence, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think it's cool because obviously, like, I like that he's like college broke Peter Parker. But it is super sad to see, like, Ned and MJ, like, not remember him. So I want to see if they ever come back in the future. Because like I do like I'm not a huge fan of Ned, but I do like, them, as his like little friend group posse. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I'd like to see them come back in any way. But I did want to fast forward to the end a little bit. The post-credit scene with Tom Hardy. I did want to go into how Tom Hardy came into the MCU. So obviously the spell happened and everyone that knows Peter Parker
goes into this universe, right? That's what happened during the movie. Like that's what was wrong in the
But how did
spell
Electro get there though?
because he knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did know in Spider-Man 2.
Mm-mm.
I didn't finish watching it. Well, I was gonna say, how did Tom Hardy get in there? Because
Both.
Tom Hardy doesn't know. But the explanation that I found to Venom and Tom Hardy being in there was that, do you remember in Venom 2? Probably not, because you probably mentally checked out already. But towards the end of the movie, it said like Venom was talking to Tom Hardy saying like millions of hive mind, you know, like everything that I have here would blow your little mind. And it's the hive mind across universes. So does that mean that he has like the same thoughts as the Venom that we saw in Spider-Man 3? Does he know who Peter Parker is through that? Is that how he came into the universe? Like that
I'll
would be
accept that.
yeah,
I'll
that would
accept
be
it.
the only
I'll let
explanation.
it fly.
Yeah. So it works for me. At first I didn't. I was like, "There's how the fuck does he know who Peter Parker is? Like, he's never met him." And then I saw somebody on Twitter point that out, and I was like, "I didn't catch that." So
They
that's,
really used him for 2 post-credit scenes for his MCU debut. It said,
Yep.
"All right, buddy, see you later."
and that's it. And that's it. And he
Like,
was
see,
gone.
that's so disrespectful, bro. Like, what are we doing? I'd be so tired if I was fucking on Tom Hardy. That's really crazy.
Yeah. So yeah. With that said, I think it works. I don't know who's gonna be the Flash. Who's gonna be the Flash? Who's gonna be Venom? Do you think, you know? Because when Tom Hardy was put back into his universe, when he was pulled back, a little droplet of venom was left. Of course, you know, like I kind of rolled my eyes at that. I was like, oh, you know, like
But
this
like,
again.
technically, shouldn't that be a different? It wouldn't be Venom because like that's how he has kids, right? So like technically, that would be one of his kids. Like, shouldn't it be like Toxin or like
It's probably gonna just be Venom though.
But I know. Which as a fan, I'm like dumb because technically should be one of his kids.
It's probably just going to be Venom, but which is annoying. It was a total cop out how he got into the MCU. It was
into and out.
Yeah,
Dumb.
it was total. It was super dumb. I rolled my eyes, but I guess it works because the MCU gets away with everything. But like, it wasn't terrible, but I was just like, all right, of course, like, of course,
does it work? Yes. Is it stupid? Yes.
There we go. Exactly. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I guess we can fast forward again to the other post-credit scene, or the mid-credit scene, I should say, or the end credit scene, whatever it is. So what we got at the end of the credits was actually the trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So it was the full trailer. You get to see everything that's going on. It's the repercussions of what just happened in No Way Home. And at the very, very end of the trailer, you see Mordo, I think that's his name, the black, the black.
My boy got drip now. My boy got drip now.
Yeah,
bro.
he had some braids and shit, some road. I was like, okay,
drip.
But basically, what he was telling Strange, he's like, I'm sorry, but you are actually the biggest threat to the multiverse. And he's like, me? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Me? I'm right here. Like, I'm trying to save it. And what you see. Yeah, exactly. From What If episode 4, I believe it is, episode 4 or 5.
He make a couple appearances.
Yeah. You see evil Doctor Strange. What do they call him?
Something. I don't even remember. It's like the Supreme Lord of something.
Yeah, the evil Doctor Strange, basically. You see him and he comes out. And basically it lets us know that he's going to be the villain to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Which is
funny that they about to have to jump him. Like they really like the evil version of Doctor Strange is so powerful that we gotta jump this guy. We gotta jump him. Strange is like, yo, this dude is too good. I can't do it by myself. Yo, Wanda, yo, Mordo, please help.
Well, I hear Wanda. So in the trailer, you see that he goes to Wanda and is like, it looks like he's asking for help. But from what I hear in the grapevine is that Wanda may not want to help, and there may be a battle right there. So that could be a little like to throw you off. So, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong. That's just what I hear through the grapevine. I would totally be down to see a Wanda and a Doctor Strange fight. So cool with me.
You know what's crazy? I feel like it's just gonna be BVS. Bet we gonna fight. But that nigga's strong, so I'm helping you.
Yeah.
So I'm help you. Like I ain't want to do it, but like he wilding over there. We gotta go get Buddy.
Yeah.
We gotta go get Buddy.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about it. What do you think?
Oh no. Strange 2 about to go crazy. I can't wait. Like when I asked you about the trailer, I feel like you severely downplayed it. Like I appreciate that, but I was losing my shit watching that shit. I'm ready. For
I
all
did
the magic,
downplay,
all
bro.
the
I
Sam
did.
Raimi, all the Sam Raimi and the Magic Boy. Ooh, it's gonna be saucy, bro. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So yeah, I'm gonna look up the release date.
Sometime next year.
All right, cool. So Flashpoint. Doctor Strange 2 is going to release on May 6th, 2022. So next year in May. Okay, so that's going to be the next Spider-Man movie. Oh, damn, we don't get one till May? Jesus. So May 6th, 2022. And that is about 6 months before Flashpoint. I just want to throw that in there because Flashpoint is supposed to be this DC's big multiversal movie, monumental type movie to kind of change the timeline and, reset everything going forward. And they've announced Flashpoint, 10 years ago or something like that? Like a long time ago. And DC has allowed Marvel to come out with not only did they pull off the biggest pull off of the century, everything that fans wanted with having all 3 Spider-Man in the movie, which is, in my opinion, it trumps having 2 Batman, Batfleck and fucking Michael Keaton like that. Okay, definitely trumps that. So not only is Marvel releasing that Spider-Man movie, which they just did, and was a super success with the top 3 most successful weekend for a movie, just behind Endgame and Infinity War, and they're gonna have Multiverse of Madness come out before Flashpoint. And it's just like, what the hell is DC doing over there?
You know what would have been cold, bro?
What's that?
To do like the button / Flashpoint story with Batfleck, Christian Bale, and then you could just have Michael Keaton be like
the
man in the chair / old guard. Maybe he suits up one last time, but then in the movie that would have been cold. That would have been cold, bro. This now I'm asking for a lot. And I was about to say, have Henry Cavill or fucking this new Supergirl just I'm gonna beat some ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'll speak
no,
more
they're giving us some garbage, so.
What's up?
I said, but no, they're giving us some garbage with that.
Yeah, they really are. Good. We'll speak a little bit more on them at another time. We kind of went off on a little tangent. But it is important to note that they'll have Spider-Man No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness, 2 movies within 6 months. And that's all happening 5 months before Flashpoint. So it just doesn't look good for DC, especially coming out of those 2 movies.
You know what was cold? I really liked his gold spider. Like when Ock gave back a little bit of nanotech and he just had a little bit of the gold for his spider. I was like, yo, that's kind of saucy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit kind of drippy.
True. Tony Stark is a genius, man. His nanotech really just went into Doc Ock's little arms, and then he just took it over. It was a little
new device found.
Bitch, right? What? I'm like, what is it? Bluetooth? Like,
what is you talking about?
It was a little bit of a cop out, but I thought it worked. The joke worked perfectly. I thought this whole movie was amazing.
The highway scene and like from the fight. Not even about the fight, but like when he was talking to the school person lady, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, whatever she was, counselor.
Yeah, like that was cold. And like after he saved her, she was like, "Oh, you're a hero." And he was like, "No, I just want my friends." And she was like, "I'm going to talk to them."
Right?
I'm not kidding. I feel like I mean, whoever the actress was, she really made the most of her scenes with Tom Holland.
Like the time that she had, she stole.
Yeah, like. Even like not even like trying to diminish Tom Holland because he was doing this thing in that scene too. Like all that fire, bro. Gas.
And I really did enjoy the way that she really came out with the black mom and was like, "That was not nice," or whatever.
Hell yeah, she's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
I was like, "That was not nice." I'm like, "No, my
100%.
mom would say that stuff." I was like, "That's crazy." That was like that line really reminded me of in Spider-Man 2. I don't know why. It just like how significant that line was. Just reminded me of in Spider-Man 2 when he does a backflip over his like the car's coming in. He does a backflip. The kids see him, and he's like, "How'd you do that?" He's like, "Eat my green vegetables, get 8 hours of sleep." He's like, "My mom always told me that. I just never actually believed it."
I forgot.
Like, that
I totally
joke
forgot
just-
about that scene. Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
The impact of the joke was just like it was
Mhm.
heavy, so it just reminded me of that. But yeah, this movie I could probably watch a million times and not get bored of it. The Spider-Man together was everything that you wanted and more. The jokes were on par. Their chemistry was great.
chemistry was phenomenal throughout the entire movie. Honestly, the chemistry throughout is probably my favorite part of the movie. Just like the chemistry between
the villains had
everybody.
chemistry. Peter had chemistry. All Peter's. Tom Holland was like. It would have been easy for Tom Holland to be like outshined in this movie, and he wasn't. And I thought that really gave him some, like, you had to give him some credit for that, because there was a lot going on with a lot of good people in here, and he really made sure it was his movie, even though Willem Dafoe was like, I kind of wanted it to be my movie. And damn,
even with him and Doctor Strange, like their chemistry was just really good. Like he came off kind of like as a dick at first, but then it's just like he's a dick because he kind of cares about you, kid. Like he don't want to see you. He knows what this hero game is about. He's like, hey, bro, look, stop fucking around, my guy. Like, what are we doing, G? This ain't for play. People get hurt out here for real. Make better decisions.
And I do like how logical Doctor Strange is. He really like puts it into perspective. He's like, no, it's like I don't fuck around. It's this or that. Like that's absolutes. Like that's how he deals with it. He deals in absolutes, and I really do appreciate that, because like Peter's always like, well, we could do this and this and this. And no, he's got like that hopeful soul to him, And Strange being one, a doctor, and two, the Sorcerer Supreme. Like he has to. He can't like deal in anything other than absolutes.
In the gray.
Yeah, he can't.
They really stole his title because then they dusted. They said, you're not the Sorcerer Supreme no more.
Which was kind of funny. And at first I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Bet you he still Wash Wong though. I got my money on Strange.
1,000%.
Got my money on Strange.
Cool, man. You got anything else?
No, that's about it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Spider-Man. Go see it if you haven't. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Before we leave, where would you rank this in all of your Spider-Man movies?
Maybe like, so it's ahead of all the Tom Hollands. Honestly, it'll probably be fourth or fifth, because it'll be two. If we're counting Into the Spider-Verse, that'll be like two. So like Spider-Man 2002. So like the second of Toby's, because saying two,
Toby
get confusing. Yeah.
Okay,
So Toby 2, it would be 1. So Toby 2 was 1. Into the Spider-Verse would be 2. Toby 1 would probably be 3, and then this. But like I also could see that flipping.
I would agree with your list, and I would have this as number 3. Yeah. So it would be Spider-Man 2 as number 1, Into the Spider-Verse as number 2, and then this one is number 3. I just the fact of having all 3 Spider-Man alone and it worked well, it automatically like jumps up to the top 3. Like he just like can't. Like it's obviously the best of the Tom Hollands. It's better than the because I mean, no offense, Andrew Garfield, your movies weren't that great. Like it's not your fault. You did your thing, but just the stories weren't that great.
Yeah. And super stylized, shot beautifully. It's just the writing was not there.
Yeah, it was just a story. The script wasn't bad. It was just the story, like the components of what makes a story good. It just wasn't. But yeah, so I would say it's probably number 3 for me.
I don't feel that.
Yeah, probably number 3. But yeah.
Okay, we counting games. Spider-Man PS4 trumps all this shit, bro. Greatest Spider-Man story outside of comics, nigga.
And you know what? Before we leave, I did want to mention how it really does seem that they like played the game, or
Mhm.
because like they took more than a few aspects. Like two things that I can think of off the top of my head, or actually three things. The first two would be two of the fight moves that they did. One being where like Tom kicked him up in the air and then used his webs to like ground pound him down a couple floors. That was straight out of the video game. And then two, when he like jumped over like Green Goblin's back and then like used his stickiness to like throw him down. That was straight out of the video game. So
man gave him a Batista bomb. The disrespect.
Literally. So those two things. And then lastly, I noticed like on his phone, he kind of had the app like in the PS4 game. Like he was had the radio scanner going and stuff like that.
And like the whole end scene was kind of like the opening scene of Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah, basically. So I thought it was dope that they included those things, because those things are like cooler parts of Spider-Man PS4, you know, like things that you take notice, and I'm glad that they did.
Yeah.
Go watch Spider-Man
Far From Home. No Way Home.
Yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home. Go watch it if you can. I know tickets literally all this week, tickets are still booked up and like sold out. So do what you can, go to see it, because spoilers are out there already. Okay, you could probably see the movie on the internet too, to be honest. Like I saw like a bunch of scenes on YouTube. I was like, yeah. So go see it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Balo.